Okay, my shirt's buttoned once. That's all.
Wait, that's the wrong hand. Shit. Squeeze. Okay.
It's Fleetwood Mac Day, motherfuckers.
We didn't plug in.
We will.
We will.
I got a text message from my dad.
That's me being excited because we're talking about Fleetwood fucking Mac. Mac of the wood of the fleet.
This is the most
I have 2 shirts on.
chaotic episode we've ever
Is
done.
this backwards? Who knows? Who cares?
I'm wearing a pajama shirt.
I'm wearing my pajama
Fleetwood
That was
Mac.
buttoned one time. I know, got nothing to say.
Are we doing the super deluxe version of Rumors?
Absolutely. Have you ever heard Planets of the Universe demo?
Wow, there's a fucking 4. wow, there's a fucking lot.
Say you will, give me one more chance. Where is it? Where is it?
Hey guys.
Found it. Okay. I found it. Okay. Hey guys. What's up?
Fleetwood Mac. Do we need to tell them about the artist? Is that a thing we have to do?
Yes. This week we're talking about Fleetwood Mac. If you don't know, where have you been? What have you been doing with your entire life? I have the Wikipedia pulled up.
Okay.
Formed in London, 1967. I always forget that they're like British. I never remember that.
Yeah.
They're the best band ever. Well, my 2 favorite bands, it's a tie between Fleetwood Mac and Queen, but I think I like Fleetwood Mac just a little bit more.
Yeah.
I'm just so attached personally to them. They're perfect. Members: Stevie Nicks, obviously. Mick Fleetwood, is that his name?
Mm-hmm.
Lindsey Buckingham.
John McVie.
And then the other girl. What's her name? I can never remember. She's great, but I can't remember her name because I'm a piece of garbage.
Well, this is the only consistent members of Fleetwood Mac were drummer Mick Fleetwood and bassist John McVie, the rhythm section that provided the band with its name.
Yeah.
Originally, guitarist Peter Green and Jeremy Spencer provided the band with its gutsy, neo-psychedelic blues rock sound, but as both guitarists descended into mental illness, the group began moving toward pop rock with the songwriting of pianist Christine McVie. By the mid-'70s, Fleetwood Mac had relocated to California, where they added the soft rock duo of Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks to their lineup.
Yep. And Lindsey and Stevie were together. Christine and John were married.
Yep.
And then I always just, the John Mulaney quote, Rumors was an album written by and for people that were cheating on each other.
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah.
And that's why it's so good, I guess, question mark. I told Megan once, I was like, I want Songbird to be Luke and I's first dance at our wedding. And she's like, you know that they were cheating on each other. So, shut up.
You're like, yeah, sure, but what is that?
But I'm not.
Anything?
Confirmed. Leah Craft, please confirm receipt. I don't know what that is. So, the Rumors Super Deluxe album. So Rumors is that album. It has Go Your Own Way. It has Dreams. It has Never Going Back Again. It has The Chain. It has I Don't Want to Know. It has Secondhand News. It has You Make Love and Fun. It has Don't Stop. It has everything. Why did I not read that in order?
I don't know.
I don't either. Wow. And then it has all of that live. And then it has all of the demos.
In the early takes.
In the early takes, yes.
Doesn't Anything Last acoustic duet?
The Never Going Back Again acoustic duet has like bongos and shit on it. Oh, it's really good. Also, Planets of the Universe demo. If you want to cry and weep and cry, listen to that song. It is just Stevie and a piano, and it is just holy shit. Holy shit. It's so good. It hurts. So good it hurts. But this album is my favorite album in the world. Also, I grew up listening to this, like, this album and then a lot of Queen is what I heard in my house all the time. Especially this album. My mom played this all the time. Secondhand News is my favorite song ever.
My favorite Fleetwood Mac song is The Chain. So both of our favorite songs are on this album.
Yeah.
Should we insert those videos?
Of us being... Here's us being Fleetwood Mac. No.
Did I tell you I also have Belladonna on vinyl?
No?
I do.
Girl. God.
My mom hooked me up.
I have a lot of cool vinyls, but I don't really actually know where they are. But that's okay.
I love that.
Yeah.
Go your own way.
Like, first of all, it's just good music. Second of all,
Everybody knows it.
everybody knows it. And also, I just feel I just feel an attachment to this. And, like, obviously I was not alive when this album was made, but I'm like, this album was made for me. Like, I feel like, what is that?
Small piece of metal.
Oh,
Like a metal sprinkle.
metal sprinkle. I just feel like it's for me.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know. Let me look up more information about this album.
Okay, while you're doing that, I'm going to eat more bread.
Okay.
I forgot I had banana bread in my bag, guys. I'm sorry.
Have banana bread in her bag. So, a little bit more about this album. This is their 11th studio album.
They made so much music.
I feel like everybody in the 70s and 80s, they had like 32 albums, and it's just like,
Well, because they were all on crack, so they're like, let's
they
make
were
more music,
all
let's
on
make more
track, and they
music.
were like, tour, album, tour, album, tour, album, tour, and it's just like boom, 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 boom.
Because at this time, you could make so much money off of touring. Because everybody went and they bought a vinyl, or they bought a CD, or they bought merch. Like, everybody bought something when they went to the show. That's why ticket prices were so low. Because they knew that they could make more money off of merch sales.
Well,
and now it's the opposite.
Yeah, and this was also, I mean, MTV and all of that kind of stuff was kind of, it comes shortly after, like in the 80s, but album tour, people didn't get to see music videos and didn't see that stuff. If they wanted to see your music, they had to come physically see it or buy the vinyl. So yeah, you just made a shit ton.
And it was a place where they were guaranteed to find your vinyl.
Right. So yeah. So this album was released on February 4th, 1977 by Warner Brothers Records. It says the band wanted to expand on the commercial success of their eponymous 1975 album, but struggled with relationship breakups before recording started. The Rumor studio sessions were marked by hedonistic behavior and interpersonal strife among band members, which shaped the album's lyrics. And I just think that's just so miraculous that they were literally just in a state of chaos and pain and awfulness, and this came out of it. And it just like kind of like the gotta feel some shit to make good art, man.
I just imagine them like in the same room, like glaring at each other
While
playing.
yeah
Like, you son of a
can
bitch.
go your own way, and they're like yeah I think it's kind of funny.
It was fine.
Won a Grammy, Album of the Year, 1978. Has since sold over 40 million copies, making it one of the best-selling albums of all time. Has reached diamond certifications in several countries, including United States, Canada, Australia. Widespread acclaim from critics. Praise centered on its production quality and harmonies. I mean, it's Look Who's Singing.
Go Your Own Way has 270 million plays
Yeah.
on Spotify alone.
It's just ridiculous. And yeah, it's just, this is one of those, I feel like I'm like losing words to say about this album because I'm just so like I listen to it every day of my, like literally every single day of my life. I listen to something off of this album. Singles. The singles off of this were Go Your Own Way, Dreams, Don't Stop, and You Make Loving Fun. Secondhand News is not a single. Of course, I think at this point it's just like everything feels like a single because everything's so popular. Like this album is just so popular. But yeah, if you're not a big Fleetwood Mac person, which I feel like more and more people are listening to older music nowadays, which cool. This is a good place to start. This is a good album to start, and then you can kind of dive in deeper to their other stuff, their older stuff and their newer stuff. Luke and I, they were in Indianapolis in the fall, and Luke and I were going to go. Tour. Yeah, Luke and I were going to go. It was our last tour, and we were looking at tickets. Nosebleed tickets were like $150 a piece, and we were like, and it was also on a Tuesday night. We were just like, shit. So I'll never get to see Fleetwood Mac, but it's fine. I'm okay, I guess. Spotify does have a This Is Fleetwood Mac playlist. They have this for a lot of artists, for most artists, I think. What am I doing?
I'm not sure.
I'm like a bat.
What are you doing?
I don't know. I have another shirt on underneath this, so I just feel weird. But, yeah. It's just... And yeah, all this, listening to all the studio sessions, I love that kind of stuff. To be able to hear, especially with something that is so popular, to be able to hear early versions of it and the development of these songs, and to see how it, like, what it is now versus what it was in the beginning, that's just super cool. And it's like, by having all of that behind the scenes kind of stuff, it just gives you a look into their process of like making music and kind of who they are as people, kind of what they were going through, how that all of that works. And I just I want just once in my life to be in the same room as Stevie Nicks. That's my only goal, my literal only goal.
Look at her.
She is everything.
Did you watch that season of American Horror Story that she was on?
No.
Coven?
I didn't.
'Cause she's the
but
witch.
I saw her performing, what was this song? Seven Wonders. She performed Seven Wonders on that, didn't she?
I don't remember. It was such a long time ago, but she was on the Coven season as like the head witch.
Yeah.
Does she practice?
Who knows?
I think she like
probably
is a witch. Like I'm pretty sure
Probably.
she does that.
Well, I know that there's like all the jokes on Twitter and everything. It's like when you're listening to Fleetwood Mac and you're like practicing witchcraft or like shooting a gun or something, and I'm like, why?
I like those tweets that are like me, sad face, and then it'll say something, like it could say Fleetwood Mac, and then it's like the Starscape, and there's like random stuff.
Yep.
And then it's me with a smiley face.
Yep. Literally, if you want to see me lose my mind, play Fleetwood Mac at me loudly, and I will lose my mind. I do a lot of jumping and stomping around. Yeah. Oh, man. God. Me talking about this album. Can't even do it because I'm just freaking out the whole time. We're doing terribly today.
We are doing bad. She's 70.
Yeah, and
she lives in Phoenix.
Okay, I'm moving to Phoenix, I guess. Hey, Luke, we're moving to Phoenix. So good.
So she married somebody named Kim Anderson. They were married for 1 year.
Cool. Oh, man.
But how long were her and Lindsay together?
I have no idea.
They were obviously never married, but
yeah.
He
well, they
he's
had
69.
a reunion tour. That's what they just did.
He's married now. He got married in the year 2000, which I guess was like 20 years ago, but that still feels like yesterday for some reason. Even though I was 3.
I was a whopping 3 years old.
He has a child named Lily. Lily Buckingham. And then William Gregory. Wow. And then Stella.
Stella. Imagine being Lily. Yeah. Should I talk about? Okay, they formed. Blah blah blah. What was the first?
You can go your way.
Went to the U.S. in 1969. Started recording some stuff. Started getting bigger. Yeah, when I watched that documentary on the 70s, and they talked a little bit about, they had a little section on Fleetwood Mac, how they were just, I think they were just kind of like ragtag, bing bong bong, just tambourines and shit and noise. I feel like that's how most bands in that time started. They were like, let's make a bunch of noise, and we'll get somebody's attention by making a bunch of weird noise, and then we'll get famous and make stuff that's not weird noise anymore. Which is kind of just how it all worked, I think, back then.
Mick Fleetwood talks Lindsey Buckingham's exit from Fleetwood Mac. We just weren't happy.
Yeah. They're all fine now, I think, with each other, right?
Lindsey left in late 2018.
Oh, really? Oh, never mind. I guess that was after their tour.
Said, obviously this is a huge change with the advent of Lindsey Buckingham not being a part of Fleetwood Mac. We all wish him well, and all the rest of it. In truthful language, we just weren't happy, and I'll leave it at that. And I'll leave it at that in terms of the dynamic. He's going on the road more or less the same time, I think, and not in the same places, I hope. And then he left. So they did the rest of the farewell tour without him.
Oh.
Which, like,
That's weird.
imagine going to the farewell tour and Lindsey Buckingham not being there.
Just suddenly. Like, he was, and then suddenly at your event, at your date, he's just not there
Like,
anymore.
Mick Fleetwood is the namesake of the band, and
Yeah.
I correlate it with Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks, not Mick Fleetwood at all.
I do too. Like, and I always forget that, like, yeah. I'm just like, oh, Fleetwood Mac, yeah, Stevie.
Is that-
It's like,
Who's on the cover of Rumors? Is
it's
that
Stevie, and I think it's Stevie. Maybe it's Mick Fleetwood.
Ponytail?
I don't know. It might be Lindsay, but Lindsay had, like, I don't know. Who knows? Wow. Yeah, I don't.
I mean, yeah, it's obviously Stevie.
Oh. Stevie Nicks and Mick Fleetwood. It is Mick Fleetwood. Yeah. Making Rumors, the inside story. Ooh, I'm into that.
It's on
kids.
Amazon.
Sorry that we're just.
I mean, what do you expect from us? This is a, oh my god.
Oh no.
This is an old album. Everybody knows about it. We just wanted to talk about it too.
Yeah.
So.
What's your favorite songs of Chain?
Mm-hmm. Something about it.
They have there's a Fleetwood Mac's greatest hits. That's some good shit too. Thanks Spotify for doing that.
Yeah.
Doing me that solid. Yeah. I just cry over this album always. And yeah, that's it. That's all.
There was a tweet the other day about Fleetwood Mac, and I think I favorited it.
This album is like a meme also, kind of.
Yeah. I mean, everybody knows it.
Yeah. Which I'm into that. You should know it. If you don't know it, get with the program, kids. I would defend this album with my life. I would if I had to listen to one album for the rest of my life and only one album, it would be this one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm that bitch. I'm really stuck. I say that I'm not like a music snob, but the longer that I'm alive, the more of a music snob I become. And I absolutely am. And I'm sorry, but you're just going to have to deal with that. And if you aren't, I wish I wasn't a snob, but I am. And I just can't help it. What you looking for?
This tweet.
Listen to the wind blow, watch the sun rise.
I'm never gonna find it.
it. Damn damn your life.
Yep.
We can't get copyrighted because I'm. And if you don't love me now, you will never love me again. I can still hear you saying you will
Here it is.
never break the chain. Oh. You're not gonna be able to see that.
I'm gonna show him anyways.
Okay.
It's the Mike Wazowski singing. And it says Fleetwood Mac, listen to the wind blow me. Watch the
sunrise. So good.
Oh, boy.
Also, the bass line in the chain, the little bass solo there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always just like, my shoulders just dislocate.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. It's good stuff.
I just had to take a deep breath for no reason.
What?
I just had to take a big deep breath about the whole...
It's like, deep breath in.
20 things you might not know about Fleetwood Mac's rumors. Let's...
Deep breath in. Fleetwood Mac Rumors is best album of all time. What did I just say? Jesus. Running in the shadow, damn your love, damn your lies. Maybe me and Luke should be that cover for Halloween.
Oh my god, that'd be fun.
That would be fun. If I can get Luke to dress up for Halloween. Luke! He won't dress up for Halloween. Guess what else? Okay, so at Breakfast Club on Saturday, I saw Freddie Mercury.
Nice.
I was like, you, sir, are my hero. Thank you. I was a granny. Just an old granny. There's no ice left in that.
The balls proudly hanging between Fleetwood's legs on the cover were already a staple of his stage get-up and were in fact toilet chains half-inch from a club the Mac played in their formative years.
Wait, go back to the...
I closed out of it already.
Oh.
Joey.
Forward.
Joey.
Oh, the balls. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I, never feel like I noticed that. Now it's all I can see.
Stevie Nicks wasn't wild about Go Your Own Way's lyrical content. You know, shacking up is all you want to do and all that. She thought it was angry, nasty, and extremely disrespectful, language she normally reserves for Nicki Minaj.
I feel like I did see that. Because that was... I think that was, Lindsay's kind of, at her. I do think I remember seeing that. She was like, what the fuck, dude? Why? What do you mean?
The Chain was the theme tune for the BBC's Grand Prix coverage, which began in earnest in 1978. When the BBC won back the rights to Formula One in 2009, after more than a decade without, popular opinion saw the theme reinstated. Following its reinstatement in 2009, the track reached number 94 in the chart.
Do you want to hear a fun story about my mom?
Yeah?
It's not on this album, but Rhiannon.
Yeah, you've told this.
Well, I'm telling the world. I probably have told the world already.
You have?
Oh, I'm telling you again because it's on topic. She thinks it sounds like Deanna, so she says that song is hers. Deanna.
That's on their self-titled album, right? It's on Fleetwood Mac?
Yes. It's so hard to keep track of what songs on what album for these fucking bands because it's just Jesus.
They also put it on side 2 of Super Deluxe Rumors, but
Super Deluxe is 36 hours long.
mm-hmm. Originally, the album's working title was Yesterday's Gone.
Yesterday's gone. Yesterday's gone. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop. It'll soon be here. It'll be here better than before. Yesterday's gone. Yes. We should wrap it up. We're gonna spiral. Oh, you know what Megan did? She goes, instead of hitting the whoa, she's like, whenever a boy approaches me, I'm gonna hit the no.
I hate her.
And then I kicked her in the face.
Tell us what your favorite Fleetwood Mac song is on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You can listen to us on Spotify, Anchor, all places that play podcasts. Friday Faves playlist. Maybe there's new stuff, maybe there's not. Next week, we're having a time. We're talking about boy bands and girl groups from the 90s and early 2000s.
I'm gonna rock it back to when I was in middle school. And I guess late elementary
Mm-hmm.
with my curly hair and my straightened bangs.
Oof.
Those were the days.
Big oof there. All right, y'all. Have a musical Monday. You can find us anywhere at Music Monday Cast.
Music Monday Chaos.
Right here,
man.
probably.
I did 10 push-ups yesterday, and now my arms hurt.
I didn't. So mine don't.
Bye.
Bye.